welcome to the Irish in the UK. This week we're coming to you from the Crawley Irish Festival. The rain is absolutely pouring down, but that's not going to dampen our spirits. There's loads of entertainment going on, and I'm going now for a little look around.
Lost disciple. Oh, he knows a red that grows when onion goes wrong. I need to be a teardrop upon the brown white fall.
John, a great day here at Crawley Irish Festival.
Absolutely, it was just one of those magical days. It was kind of a day full of great emotion and excitement and great music, and there was lots of different things on. There was traditional music on, there was like a country music on, and myself, and then Mary Byrne was on. We did a bit of 60s and Love show that we do together, and country and Irish, and then during the show I did Lady of Knock as well, because I was asked to perform in Ireland for the Pope today, and I couldn't be there because we're in London. Yeah. But it was a great honour to be asked. So today we did a tribute to the Pope, did Lady of Knock, and broadcasted live back to Ireland, and it was a great moment in the show as well. It was very, very good.
And of course it's been a very busy summer for you. We saw you at Bonnyconneff Festival over there in County Mayo a few weeks back, but you're here now in Crawley. So what else is lined up for you?
Well, the summer has just been hectic. We've been so busy back and forward to Ireland and England, and doing different parts in Spain and things like that. And we've our guest house in Knock, 2 guest houses have been very busy in Knock for us as well, which is very good. A lot of tourists coming, a lot of people travelling because of the music to stay in our home, and it's been super busy. We're looking forward to the next few months to kind of chill out and get back to more normality as well. But we have a busy time ahead as well. We're going back to the studio again. I have a duets album coming out. We have duets on there with Mary Byrne, Sandy Kelly, Daniel O'Donnell, Margot O'Donnell, Dana, Louise Morrissey, I'm trying to think, Niamh Lynn. Lots of people that have recorded duets with, and these are all people that I respect and admire in the music scene, and looking forward to getting that out there as well. And of course this year we had our first #1 song, a song written for me by Derek Ryan called The Brightest Road. And that was our first #1 song, went to #1 on iTunes in Ireland and #5 on iTunes in the UK. So that for me was a great honour, a great year. I turned 40 and it's been all uphill so far, so it's good. Long may it continue.
There's peace unknown. I set out to get you with a fire to the pole. There was something inside. There was something going on. You do something to me that I can't explain. Hold me closer and I feel no pain. Every beat of my heart, we got something going on.
Mary, it's great to meet you, of course, and 2010 was a very special year for you.
It was a big year, and I mean, I had just turned 50, and I decided, for what reason, I don't know, I just decided I needed to do something different in my life. As I said on the X Factor, I've started the change of life, literally, but I decided that if I was going to start a change of life, I needed to start a real change of life, and that's where the X Factor came in. It was, you know, it was the most scariest moment of my life, but it was also one of the most wonderfulest moments of my life, and it's given me a huge platform, and I don't regret it, and I do it all again. When you're on that show, like, and I was thinking of the people back home, and every week my votes were very high, and I knew the Irish couldn't vote at home. So the only thing I could think of was that there was a huge Irish community in England, and we all know that, and that they were getting behind me, as well as the English people. But when I realised that, I remember saying to Louis Walsh, how am I getting the votes? He says, Mary, look, he said, the UK is full of Irish, and they're so proud because they're away from home, and they're living in a foreign land, and they're proud to see one of their own. And that's why doing the show, every time I do a show in the UK, I thank the Irish people, because it's the only chance I get to say thank you for your support and put me as far as they did. Because the votes every week were so high. I mean, I was nearly top of the boat every week, although they didn't say that on the telly, but I knew that. I knew I was top of the boat every week, and that was down to the Irish and the English, of course, but the Irish population over here who got behind one of their own. And the age I was as well, and I was a woman, I wasn't a child, and I was just me, and I think that's what people endeared and said. They looked at me and said, that could be me.
And since that, of course, you've been very busy. You've made quite a few albums.
I've made 4 albums since then. I've made, the first album was the album I made from the X Factor. Then I made an album with Phil Coulter, and he wrote a song for me on that album called Thank God This Was My Life. That done very well. That was with, one was with Sony and the other was with Universal. Then I went out and did one independently on my own, which was called Magic of the Musicals, and I just picked songs, songs you wouldn't think. You'd think when most people pick musicals, they pick the big ones. I picked ones that plucked out of nowhere and you know, that were hidden in the musicals. And since then I've done a 60s album.
Mary, of course, you're very busy with John McNichol these days.
Myself and John do a show together. We started off doing the UK about 2 years ago with a show called 60s in Love. John had an album out with a load of 60s music on it, and I had one out. And I have to say, John, I know John years. I know John since 2011, and we just hit it off from the moment we met. And we've been trying to get a gig together for such a long time. And then when both of us got asked to do these albums by the same guy, we decided, well, let's do a little tour. So we did. And we're bringing it back again, and I think in November. And we're also making a video for a couple of the songs that we're doing. So hopefully that'll be out, and we're going to try and get it onto the television.
Your hand in mine. This is the hour. This is the moment. And I can hear sweet voices singing. Ave Maria.
Sarah, can you tell me what's your involvement today?
Hi there. So I'm a volunteer here today at the Crawley Irish Festival, helping with the stage management and helping all the acts get ready and prepared to start on time here at the festival.
Well, that's a very responsible job. Has it made it more difficult now that the rain is here, the weather has cancelled the outdoor activities and you've all moved indoors?
It's made it a lot busier, so we've got a lot of people in a smaller space, but the show must go on and everyone is really excited and there's a great buzz going on, so I think it's still going really well.
Excellent. Now, of course, you've got a little bit of Irish in you, haven't you?
I do, yes. So I have 2 Irish parents. So my dad comes from Belmallet in County Mayo and my mum comes from Galway.
Oh, excellent. And do you get back there on holidays?
I do. I go every summer for the Belmallet Festival and the Geesala races and everything. I also go often back for the Flower and the Rose of Tralee and all the Irish festivals in the summer.
Excellent job. Good luck today, Sarah.
Thank you very much.
So I represented Ireland in London 2012 Paralympics. I had been cycling a year at that point, and I got 3 fifth places and a 7th place. And really at that point it was really experience and exposure for me. I was new in development in tandem racing, and but after, you know, I still wanted to be competitive, and after coming away with the 5th places, I wanted to aim for Rio to win a medal.
Now, you've had wonderful success, haven't you?
Yeah, so in Rio, 2 years previous to Rio, 2014, Eve McChrystal came on board as my pilot, and we had 2.5 years. We as soon as, you know, we were on a bike together, I knew there was something special. We medalled at a World Cup in 2014, and after that, you know, we both had our sights on Rio to win medals, and in Rio we became Paralympic champions in the time trial, and we won silver in the road race.
And more recently than that, of course, 2017.
2017 and 2018. So a year after Rio, we have World Championships every year on the road and on the track. And a year after Rio, we had the World Championships in South Africa. And as soon as we got back from Rio, we aimed for the World Championships and we wanted to become world champions. And we came away double world champions in 2017 in South Africa. And 3 weeks ago, so a year after South Africa, 3 weeks ago, we retained our titles to become double world champions again in Italy.
My goodness, many congratulations to you.
Thank you.
And today, of course, you're here at the Crawley Irish Festival, and we saw you earlier on there. You were involved in the official opening, but you had a lovely presentation as well as Crawley Person of the Year, I think.
Yeah, I did. It was a big surprise. I didn't expect anything really. I just wanted to be part of the celebration, and Ireland and Crawley. I'm very proud to represent Ireland. My dad's from Donegal, and I've been on the squad for 7 years now, and I've got medals for Ireland. So I call myself Irish, and I live in Crawley. I train here. I go over to Ireland an awful lot to train with Eve, but it was fantastic to achieve. I'm delighted to achieve that. Get that award today from John and the whole gang, and they're doing such a great job. It's a really, really fun day, really good day. Really enjoying it.
Katie, wonderful success. We're all so proud of you, and many congratulations, and long may it rain.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Great to meet you today.
Thanks. Thank you.
And we're going to take a very short break. See you soon. Welcome back to the show. We hope you really enjoyed the Crawley Irish Festival. Now don't forget, if you've got a story to tell us, the details are on the screen now. Now I've been joined by the two main people tonight, and that's Noreen and John Nolan. I'm going to have a little chat with them both. John, the Crawley Festival celebrating 23 years. Well done to you.
23 years and we hit the rain last. Yes, fantastic day generally. Lucky to bring it all inside. You probably were with us there last night, seeing how the weather was going to pan out, but you can see the crowd down below. Fantastic.
Well, I know you put a lot of work into organising it outside, of course, leading up to this.
Well, looking at the weather forecast for the last fortnight, it looked glorious for today. And each day that ticked along, it was just as good until we sort of came into Thursday and Friday and things changed. But we were very lucky to have this as option B to fall back on.
Now, of course, you've got a great line-up again today here with traditional music, all sorts of acts going on.
Yeah, well, it's just coming up to 2:30 now, and we're waiting for Mary Byrne to appear. John McNichol's on after that. On the trad stage, we've got Simon Doyle and family. A fantastic array of people from one part of the country to the other. That's the best thing about it. It's not just Irish internationals. We've got people down from Manchester, people from Sheffield, and people down from London, and the South Coast, as well as our international acts. And we're glad that we can comprise all that into Crawley Irish Festival.
Absolutely, and of course you've had great support from your sponsors each year as well.
Definitely. With our sponsors, the likes of Foundation Developments Limited, Kindford, J. Devine Civil Engineering and Killory Group, we wouldn't be able to survive on that. They not only give us financial support, but the resources, the loan us equipment and that sort of stuff that makes the day what it is out there. Also, we have to thank the Irish government, the Immigrant Support Programme, and also Crawley Borough Council. These are the 6 main supporters of the festival.
Noreen, of course, we stood here 12 months ago, a lovely sunny day, but how much work has gone in behind the scenes to get this day going again?
Oh, it's taken nearly the year to set up with all the late nights and sorting out paperwork and sorting out all the hiring the stalls, the stages and everything else. But, we get it done at the end of the day. And we also invite local people to have their local stalls, local dance groups, so that they can promote and raise money for their own little, dance groups and everything. So we do that.
And of course you've had great local support here as well today from the local people. And as John mentioned, a lot of people travelling out to see the Crawley Festival for all parts of the country.
all over the country. We're meeting people that we've met for the last 23 years, that we've known for 40 years. So we still see them at least once a year.
And we know that you've got a very special guest, of course, I think over from Spain. Is it your sister Mary?
Yes, I have. She's come over especially, and I put her to work, give her a few jobs to do.
I can see her down there in one of the stalls selling away.
Just take some of the pressure off me so she can do it as well. So.
John, you must be very proud of a day like today. 23 years of the Crawley Festival. It takes some doing to keep it going.
It takes some doing, but a lot of it is down to our committee, our helpers, our volunteers. People that turned up yesterday putting things together, and hopefully they'll turn up tomorrow taking things down. It's very much a community set up. And it's not only a community based on Irish on the committee. We've got a good slice of cross-community on it, and they like doing what they do. They like being part of a festival, and I think they're beginning to appreciate what the crack is.
Thank you for welcoming me here today, and hopefully this will be, and I'm sure it will be, a very successful event.
Well, congratulations to you too, because I believe that you're one of the youngest mayors to ever represent Crawley.
Well, I will agree with that. Yes, it seems like most of the mayors have been a bit older than myself. I'm in my early 40s, so it could mean that I'm quite the younger one of the chain gang.
When did you take over from Brian, the outgoing mayor?
So mayors take over after elections, and our election was in May, and the official taking over the office was May 18th.
Okay, now, as mayor, I want to know, what do you think about our Crawley Irish Festival today?
Well, there's lots and lots of people here today, and I'm very happy to see that accommodations are welcoming not just the adults, but also for the children. Hence, I brought my own as well, and it's a family event. And I'm really happy to also say that I can say that the event is also for other communities to come and enjoy themselves and get to know the Irish community as well as your traditions.
And you're here to officially open the event.
Yes, that's right. They left me with the hardest job, I think. But yes, I'll be opening the event tonight.
I tell you what I'll do. I'll go to like an Irishman and roll it Garney Tuesday. He ride it so and hold it, roll and hold it, Donegal.
Kevin, of course, you're representing the Irish World newspaper here today, and you've had a very busy stand.
Oh, indeed. We're very, very busy. We've been giving out lots of papers, and actually PJ's book, which has been on display here, had a lot of interest as well. And generally, I've been walking around and seeing all the other stands and listening to the music. A lot of great acts here.
And of course, you've been out in force because you've had the boss here, Paddy Cowan was here, and a lot of the staff anyway.
Oh, Paddy has been here, yeah, keeping an eye on everything, as he always does. It's out for the readers every Wednesday, and hopefully you can get it in a newsagent near you. And sometimes people have trouble in getting it, but if they phone us or email us, then we'll be able to tell them where they can get it.
Excellent. Now, PJ, of course you've written quite a few books, haven't you?
Well, I've done about 6 at this stage, and they're mostly about Irish culture and literature of a time that is no more, if you know what I mean. It's about how Ireland sported and played in the late 50s, 60s, and by Ireland I mean the Irish in the UK as well. And the latest book we have is from the from the candy store to the Galtymore, and that's about how the Irish over here came to sport, if you like, at the weekends. Went to see Margot and Big Tom, the same in Ireland. And what we did was we got people We did our own stories, Martin, but we got about 60 people from both sides of the Irish Sea to tell us their stories about the Galtymore, about the Banba, and about back home. And some people say that they went from seamlessly, if you like, from the Mayfair in Callan, County Kilkenny, one Friday night, and they ended up in the Galtymore the following Friday night, and there was absolutely no difference. All Irish accents and all Irish show bands playing.
How can people get your book, PJ?
Well, the Irish World are great. They have the book in their offices and they have sold a lot, and you can get it through their good offices. And Catherine Murphy is also has a number of them here in London, and she sends them to anywhere in Britain if you look for them. Or also back in Ireland, I have a little company called Ballpoint Press. Ballpoint Press. If you look that up, we'll send them over to you.
Jerry, of course, you've been involved with the Crawley Irish Festival for a very long time, but how has it gone from your point of view today?
It's been great, Martin, despite the fact that the weather changed at the last minute when it changed yesterday. And we normally, as you know, and as your audience know, we normally have it in the open air space behind me here. But the forecast was fine for yesterday, it's fine for the next day, but today it wasn't going to happen. So we worked with the Hall Theatre, and we've gone into the main auditorium, which you've been in. And it's all worked out quite well, actually, and we all kind of work together to make sure it happens. And it's a great credit to John and all the sponsors, of course, the Irish government and all the sponsors, the Irish businesses here in the UK who sponsored it. And I've been emceeing for maybe, I've lost track now, more than 10 years, but it's been going 23 years. It's a great credit. And there's so few festivals left in around London and the home counties. And this is a great credit to John and all the Irish here in Crawley.
I think you enjoyed as well, Jerry. I saw you up there introducing all the acts, John McNichol, Mary Byrne and so many other people. And, you know, I can tell there's a smile on your face and it's something special, isn't it?
It is, and especially when you have acts like Celtic Crunch, you know. Young Irish people are born here in Britain, really proud of their music, and the dancers. And this is as much as John will tell you, for the next generation. It's okay for us guys who are born in Ireland, but it's the Irish born in Britain and our future. It's for them and about them, yeah.
Well, listen, Jerry, you do a wonderful job every year. Keep it up, mate.
And you and Annette as well.
Thank you very much. And listen, we hope that you've enjoyed the Crawley Irish Festival at home. What a day it's been here. We hope you'll join us next week on Sky Channel 455. Henry McGlade is back next Thursday night at 7 o'clock. We're here at 7:30, all on Showcase TV. See you then.